All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a world premiere production, and for the past 2 days we'll be talking to Afrofest, talking about Suya Sport. Keep watching for more of our programs. All right, my name still remains Mr. Wise, and keep watching, and you're gonna enjoy everything we're gonna bring. Thank you.
Well, my name is Peter To, and I am the Executive Director of Music Africa, the organization that puts together Afrofest. And as you may know, Afrofest is the largest free African festival in North America. Over the weekend, we have about 120,000 people who come down to Woodbine Park to come and enjoy the festivities. We have over 85 food and merchandise vendors. We've got over 50 artists. We have something for everyone who comes there. So yeah, the one who kind of tries to orchestrate the activities of that event. One thing that we like to say at Music Africa is Afrofest is the easiest way to go to Africa without buying a ticket. So you can, your kids, your family, wife, mother, father, daughter, and it's not only, even though we focus on showcasing Africa, it is not just for Africans. You see, we live in Toronto, which is one of the most diverse cities in the world. It's a multicultural city, and so we showcase that multiculturalism in the festival. So if you come there, irrespective of where you're from, you will see something different, and you see something that will make you to gravitate towards the continent. So you see, 2019 is, to me, it's one of the most interesting Afrofests that we've put together. The reason being that we've learned from some of the things we've done in the past, and we've made adjustments to make the patron experience a whole lot better. I'll give you an example. This year, the parking lot, we have a bigger parking lot. So we were able to secure the parking lot, over 200 parking spaces. So we know that last year quite a few of our patrons complained that never had parking. This year, 200 extra parking spaces will be available, which will alleviate some of the pressure that are faced by our audience. Secondly, this year we also have the first time ever that we're having a Black indigenous group perform at the festival. So we're connecting with the indigenous community and saying, hey, you're part of us, even though you're here in North America, come, let's celebrate together. Thirdly, usually we have a fashion show, but this year we're trying to make it a lot more interactive. Interactive in the sense that, as opposed to bringing models from outside to come into the festival and showcase, we are saying, hey, we are going to select, we're going to have fashion police at Afrofest, going around looking for those who dressed the best, who dressed most uniquely, present them on stage, and give them prizes. So for sure. So the two key names that we've got, we have this year. The first one is Fali Ipupa.
Gauthier Bilele, Olivier Massoudi, Alain Swag, Liken Matembo, ma voiture rebelle, Capo Youssouf Mouloumou, Kelly.
From the Democratic Republic of Congo, he's arguably the top French artist in Africa right now. Then there is Iyanya from Nigeria, who everybody, I don't think there's anybody who doesn't know his hit song, Kukere.
All my ladies, Tunze, décalé, where décalé.
Tunes on the beat.
All my ladies, Tunze, décalé, where décalé.
So those are the two main artists. But then we also have artists from other countries in Africa that people may not necessarily know who they are, but they have good music and they're doing some good stuff. I'll give an example, like Elida from Cape Verde. There's Amiti Maria from Burkina Faso. And then locally, we have artists like Hassan El Hadi from Morocco. We've got Success K, OZB, J-Baz. There's Dynasty Williams from Jamaica. Because what we try to do is yes, we're bringing artists from outside, but we have to use the platform to showcase the local artists, and not only African, but also reach out to the Jamaican community and the Caribbean community. So that's what we succeeded to do this year. Now I can tell you one thing. Afrofest is one of those events that brings a lot of people, but everybody is happy. It is one of the most peaceful events that we have in the city. If you can Google, you realize that there has been over the past, I can say, 8 years, there has been no incident at Afrofest with respect to the audience. So that goes to show the way the community is built, the togetherness of the community and what we are here to do and what we're trying to showcase at Afrofest. We still understand that despite the fact that we have, that the audience is able to manage themselves, there is a need for security. So we're working with a security company, we're working with, together with the Toronto Police. We've got volunteers and marshals Peter Tor is the Executive Director of Music Africa, Afrofest. So my role specifically is, I'm like the quarterback of the event. So I coordinate the artists that are supposed to come, I coordinate, try to make sure that we secure grants from the government to support the event, communicate with the community, let them know what we're doing, and also try to get feedback, because what we're doing is a reflection of the African community. And if we present a platform and our platform is not giving opportunities to the African community that is here in Toronto, then I don't think we are doing justice to the people who come to support us. So I try to make sure that link is created, and I also try to reach out to other communities so that they can come and see what we're doing and see how best they can support us. Well, it's a not-for-profit organization, but it doesn't mean that we cannot make profit. We make profit, but we put the profit back into the organization.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching WPP Production. And Mr. Peter, thank you for coming. And all the best for Afrofest 2019.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're speaking to Taiwo Ajala, the founder of the Suya Spot. We started as way back as 2006. And we're happy that over the years we've grown, beyond bounds, and the goal is to grow even bigger and better and serve the community much better. When Suya Spot was founded, we, based on the different type of people that came into our first location, we noticed that there was a need to add something unique to generalize everyone, and we felt that let's bring Suya, let's bring the word nation and put it together, and that's how we came about that. Simply because we have people from different cultures, from different countries. We have Ghanaians, we have Nigerians, we have Sierra Leoneans, South Africans, Namibians, Zimbabweans, just different people from all parts of Africa. So that's the reason why we came up with that great name, Suyanation. Suya is actually a delicacy that was from the Fulani descent in West Africa. They came about that about 150 years ago. So the local Fulanis will find ways to preserve their meat whenever they would go cattle rearing. So the great thing about it was that they would spice up the meat and take this meat on their journey while they're going cattle rearing. So it's more of a form of protein for them while they're away from their homes for about 2 to 3 weeks. We have, of course, the general common one in the West African region, which is the beef suya. We also have chicken suya. We have the mixed grilled suya, which is a combination of kidney, liver, tripe. We also have goat meat suya. So these are the various types of products that we carry, and just based on the acceptance from our consumers, it's been great. We've been part of the Afrofest event for over 11 years, so we're excited to be a part of it this year. Afrofest has given us that platform to grow as a company, because when we started, there was that rejection from people trying to understand, what is this? Is this just meat? It's just meat alone? And the acceptance of people understanding that this is more of our culture and how we eat back home. People have come to embrace that, and that's what's just exciting about it. So for this year, we're coming up with different types of menu that will blow people's mind away. We have the lamb suya that we're introducing to our people this year. Of course, there's going to be goat suya. There's going to be beef suya, all on sticks, very tasty. It's just I'm dripping just thinking about it. Well spiced, so we're going to be having that. We're going to be having plantain this year, fried sweet plantain. We're also going to be having one of our delicacy at the event, which is the puff puff. So those round doughs, we're going to be having it there this year. So what we try to do at the Afrofest is conserve some of the products that we bring out there. So for those of you listening, make sure you visit us at number 10 Bradstock Road out in the west. Or you can visit us at 269 Morningside. It's our location out in Scarborough, and you can go out there and taste our suya wrap. Well, I strongly believe in having a great team behind anything that will become successful. So I've been able to surround myself with great team of people that we have worked together to bring new ideas and new visions and make people understand that, you know, entertainment could be done in different ways. And one of the things that we have done this year is we've introduced a new brand called the Suya